Hey YouTube, this is Kim. I am coming at you with the first episode of the Crafty Nomad podcast. I am launching this because I just love the YouTube community, the crafting community, the artists, so many people that have put out incredible videos, and I have learned so much. And I love interacting on Ravelry and Instagram with you guys, and so I decided to try to jump in and do a crafty podcast. And so I call this the Crafty Nomad podcast because that's what I am. I am all over the place in my crafting. I go from one craft to another, and then back. And so I seem to have a big focus every year of a different one. When my son was first born, it was scrapbooking and sewing and quilting, because I wanted to make things for him, and I wanted to make memories, document our lives with our new baby and all of that. So and I went on to paper. I went from paper crafting to back to knitting and crochet. Well, knitting and crochet are the first things that I have done. Like actually knitting. Started knitting about 20 years ago. But I am not as good as I should be when you think about having 20 years of experience, because I didn't do it consistently. About 10 years ago, I taught myself to crochet, and I really actually am primarily a crocheter. However, since I have a little boy, I really want to make some handmade sweaters for him, and I have yet to find a really good crochet. There's some, but most of the crochet sweater tutorials and patterns that I found, they just are too bulky for Southern California, which is where I live, by the way. Originally, I'm from the Midwest, but I've been living in Southern California for 16 years, and it is sweltering here today. But it gets cool enough for sweaters and even jackets. But you know, I just like the look of a knitted sweater on a boy more. So I am currently working on a knitted sweater. I'm actually doing the flax pattern by Tin Can Knits from Ravelry, and but I'm not going to show you guys that today, because this really is a test to see if I can get this done. And so I'm sorry about the lighting. I'm so new. I'm just doing this on my Chromebook. I don't have anything set up. I don't have like a really cute background or anything like that. But you can see some of my art supplies. And you can't really see my sewing machine, but it is anyway, I can't do it anyway. So just gonna try to get one out there, and man, I've been trying all day. Today I started out doing this when I had daylight, and but something's going on with my equipment here, so it's not really working that well. So I recorded it and recorded, and then when I played it, you couldn't hear it. I'm like, oh great. So I'm trying again, and I'm going to record this directly to YouTube and go from there. I'm not going to be able to edit it or anything. And so I did have some good takes earlier, but my 6-year-old kept popping in, and I didn't want to annoy people with him like goofing off. Although as cute can be, he was definitely loud. So anyway, back to knitting, crocheting, and crafting in general. Like I said, I am primarily a crocheter, but I do also love to make jewelry. I love doing mixed media art. I love scrapbooking. And so I just bought a spindle. I swore I wasn't going to learn how to spin, but that dang on Tour de Fleece, you know, and all the pictures on Instagram and all the people talking about it, from the knit girls to so many people on YouTube talking about it. I thought, okay, I'm gonna learn. So I did buy a drop spindle. I did buy a spindle wheel, and I have some roving. So I tried the drop spindle just with like a little bitty bit of roving, and yeah, it's gonna take some practice. So anyway, so yeah, spinning too, and at any rate, so today, what I am going to talk about today is I'm going to show you guys 2 works in progress. One is going to be a crochet project, which I'm going to start with right now. I'm also going to do a little bit of paper crafting, even a little bit of jewelry is going to be in there, even though I haven't really been making jewelry. There is a little bit of handmade jewelry in this episode, and then a tiny bit of paper crafting stash enhancement this time. So hopefully I can get through this, and my son is sleeping right now, so let's get going. So first up, okay, my son is not sleeping. He is watching a video, and hopefully this will work today. Sorry, it scared me because the video just popped on. So hopefully you guys can't hear that. But anyway, so the first thing I'm going to tell you about is I did this crochet pattern. I got it from a tutorial on YouTube. It's by a crochet designer named Sharon Ohala. She has a website or blog called Amigurumi to go, and this is the pattern. See if I can get that on there. Crochet teddy bear tutorial, and it's on YouTube. That's where I first saw it, but you can also print off the written pattern. And what I like about her patterns is, you know, I really like amigurumi, but what I don't like is all of the sewing. So what's really cool about her patterns is this: the head and the body are one, which is, I think, very awesome, because that eliminates one whole seam, one thing that I don't have to perfect on this one. So here's the body, and okay, this is one of the feet, and the other one looks just like it, but it's all wrapped up with the extra yarn that I have to use for sewing it. Okay. Then I have, next I have, sorry, the 2 ears. Okay. And then, of course, the little bear has to have, okay, sorry, 2 arms, and then finally we have the muzzle. Sorry, the muzzle is there, and then the last little piece is gonna be the tail. So really, this thing took about a day and a half or 2 days to do. I was off with my son for the last week of summer, and I wasn't off the whole week, but I had enough time to hang out with him, play with him, and then also do a little crafting. It would be finished, except that we went on a little road trip up to Palm Springs, and I took everything with me, finished up all the pieces, but forgot the stuffing. So no stuffing, wasn't finished. So really, I probably would have finished it today, but I've been trying to upload this video. So anyway, that's that for that. It's gonna come along. It'll be finished in the next day or so when I take the time just to stuff it and sew it, and it'll be done. Along with that, I made another project with some of the same yarns, and I didn't mention this. Sorry. Okay, here we go. I didn't mention this, that I also weave. I just started weaving, went down that rabbit hole too, and so I bought this little yellow flat loom from a seller on Etsy, and I started this project. So this yarn right here is the same yarn as in the bear, and then I also warped it with the same yarn that is in the bear, and then did a little bit of white fringe on the bottom, and this plain weave here is the same yarn here, and did some textured things here, some raya knots and all of that, and everything I learned about this, I've learned that also from YouTube tutorials. So that's my weaving. So my idea is this: I'm going to put the weaving together with the bear and put that in my Etsy shop as a set for nursery decor. Now, I already made one of those little bears, but my little son claimed that I made it in red, so I'm probably gonna make another red one as well. But I don't know, I thought that was maybe a good idea, a little something different for our nursery decor. I do have an Etsy store. I just mentioned it. It is called the Ebony Pearl, and EBONIEPERL. And Pearl is my grandmother, favorite lady in the whole world, and Ebony is my niece, and she is a grown woman with our own baby, and but she was my only baby for so many years before my son was born, and so yeah, she's one of my faves. So yeah, I named the store after them. So those are my two fiber related works in progress. Now, the yarn I used was this Lily Sugar and Cream cone, and this is cotton yarn, and it's that multicolored baby yarn color, and I got this for $6.99 actually it was $6.99 on clearance, regular $14.99 at Joann's, and then I had 20% off coupon, so that was awesome. Got a really good deal on that. That's what the bear is made of, and along with some black crochet cotton that I got from Daiso, Japan, and I used this to embroider the muzzle. And so that's the yarny portion of this podcast. I also did a little paper crafting. I've been doing all kinds of things, but today I'm going to show you the paper crafting that I've done. So I was on Instagram, and somebody that I follow had said, "Hey, what is everybody doing crafty wise today?" And one girl posted that she was doing pocket letters, and I'd never heard of a pocket letter. I said, "What is a pocket letter?" And she told me. So then I went down the pocket letter rabbit hole on YouTube and got all caught up, and of course I had to make some. So the Cozy Crafter podcast had put out a call for people who were interested in pen pals, and I signed up. This was months ago, and I got connected, with a pen pal. And so what we did, we've exchanged a couple of times, but my next exchange with her, I wanted it to be a pocket letter because I wanted to do one, but I didn't want to get in any swaps because, you know, I just get a little bit crazy when I have to do something, but when I want to do it, it's easier for me to do. So look at that. This is my pocket letter. So basically this is a baseball card holder. It holds 9 baseball cards, and so each paper in each pocket was cut to the size of a baseball card, which is 2.5 by 3.5. Okay, and I just used some DCWV paper that I had forever, and I made our little card. So the first row, you know, I just use a couple of wood veneers here, and then here, a little bit of rubber stamping in the middle there, so you can see that. Sorry. Oops. In the second row, this middle one is a shaker card. Alright, that's pretty cool. Oh, I'm sorry, I read it wrong, people. I turned it upside down. So here we go. Shaker card in the middle. This one with the teapot, I'm going to put a tea bag in there. So basically, you make these cute little fronts, and then you slip things into the back of it. And so for this one, where I have the stamps, I'm going to put the actual letter to her. I'm going to put tea in this one. Everything else, I'll put like inspirational quotes. I will put also like candy, gum, that kind of thing. But the other two things that I will put in there are handmade jewelry. Oh, I'm sorry, right here. Earrings for her. and then a little pair for her daughter. You can see that. So that's that one. And I'm going to show you my next pocket letter, which is more of a mixed media project as well. And what I did was I took a piece of white cardstock and I cut it into the same 9 2.5 by 3.5 cards. And then basically I did little mixed media backgrounds. I used oil pastels and paint and stencils and rub-ons and all of that. And then I put little different things like this one is the T1, and this one is more spiritually themed because I'm planning to give this to my one of my brand new sisters in Christ at church, and she just needs some encouragement as a new Christian, and so I wanted to just make something like this for her. So that's what I did there. And then on the back of her, I have these mason jars, and I'll try to let you see one of them. I used a rubber stamp for that, and I'll show you in a second. And I put a scripture on the front, and then on the back of each one I wrote something personal for her, and just to encourage her and in her walk, and her new walk, her new journey with God. The paper, this colorful paper, is from Shamel Lane's line. I just found that at Michael's, and it was a hot buy for like $6.99, so I got that paper pack, and I used that. I wanted something colorful for the back because I had such a colorful front. And then I'll put, you know, again, candy, gum, bookmarks, that kind of thing in here for her. And then the cool thing about these is you take them and you just fold them like that. And you put them in a regular number 10 envelope, mail it off for a couple of stamps. So it's a nice thing to trade if you ever want to get into it. The last part of my video today is going to be a little bit of paper crafting stash enhancement. There's a shop called Bling for Me, Bling for You on YouTube. I'm sorry, on Zibbit. I found her off of YouTube because she also does videos. And here's the card. Okay. And so I ordered a couple of things from her Zibbit store. So I ordered some diamond shaped resin cabochons. Okay. Then I just ordered some large star shaped sequins. This one, this color's not going to look good now. It looked better earlier, but this is yellow. And there's like a hot pink one, and then there's a green one that really you can't tell. So gonna use those as shaker cards, and on layouts and mixed media things as well. And then, you know, I have a cuddle bug, which you can probably see it sitting right there. And I never have used it to cut things because I also have a Cricut, which you may be able to see. No, you can't see it. I'm blocking it. And I have a silhouette because, you know, I go down the rabbit hole, and when I do that, I gotta have all the things. And yeah, so Christmas gifts and that kind of thing. So but I never used the Cricut to cut the cuddle bug to cut from dies, and so I decided to try it. She had this little umbrella, stitched umbrella one by this company, Poppy. So I ordered that. And really, that is my stash enhancement. I was going to show you the rubber stamp that I used. It's not in the best of shape because I got ink all over it. But I got this from Michael's, and I got it on sale. And originally is, I can't remember, and I just stamped it and then fussy cut them out, and then I wrote the scriptures and put a sticker on there. So that's what I did for my pocket letter, guys. Excuse me, it is smoking hot in Southern California. I live on the west side, and it is never this hot, but it's smoking hot. At the end of the summer, it just, you know, went up another notch. So anyway, this video is getting long. Thanks for watching. I hope I can upload this one. If you like what you see, please thumbs up the video, and I'll try again, and I'll show some of my other mini projects I can be found on Ravelry under Pettis Kim Knits, PettisKimKnits, on Twitter and on Instagram. I'm just Pettis Kim. And yeah, that's it. I'll put some links in the description bar below, and hopefully you guys will like this and somebody will see it and I'll actually upload it. Thanks a lot and have a great day.